hood and I'm famous for the stage. Sister Bree, what it do? Appreciate you, sis. All the headaches. Truly appreciate you, girl. Got Sister Justin's in the building, man. Songbird for that good minimum attraction, man.
Sunday. Welcome to the DMVz Vibe Podcast. I am Miss Pink.
And I'm Fearless Swagger.
I know we've been gone for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a rough couple of weeks, but we are here. We're back in the building. We have a special guest. Timo from Off the Top Media is joining us today. How are you?
I'm good. What's going on with y'all?
Nothing. So we had the pleasure of being on It's All Luv Podcast yesterday, along with your other two co-hosts. It was a pleasure being on y'all show yesterday. Explain to or introduce yourself a little bit more about your solo brand of Off the Top Media and how long you've been building it.
All right, well, the Off the Top brand, I've been building it for about I'll say about 2 years. You know, I've been very consistent. When I first started it, you know, it was something that I really started with like two other friends of mine, but, you know, of course, you know, the consistency comes into play. So I ended up really being the only one left building it. So I just kept it going out. And at first I was trying to incorporate, it's called Off the Top, because I was trying to talk about various topics like sports, music, and like the real life shit that I be talking about now. But, you know, it was kind of hard really trying to balance all three, you know, things. So I just really scrapped the sports, the music, and I just really stuck with just all the real life topics. I keep the music in there a little bit. If y'all see, I do the Freestyle Friday video still every Friday. But, you know, I really just, you know, probably within the last year got consistent like I do, like I've been now. But, you know, I do that. And then, you know, I got the It's All Luv podcast that y'all was on last night with, you know, my boy Noble Noah. He's from Charlotte, my man Butter. And, you know, we just been building that for about like maybe probably about like 10 months now.
Okay,
you know?
About the same time.
Yeah.
About the same time. What was your sole purpose, or I say, quote unquote, like your mission statement behind why you wanted to start it?
We talking about Off the Top?
Off the Top. Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, it's always basically the stuff that I really be talking about now be the stuff that I always was talking about for real with my boys. For real, but I usually always be the one because I'm always like a thinker. I be thinking just about random stuff all the time. So I'll always be bringing topics to people. So, you know, stuff like that for real. You know, and it's like off the top. So I just I might come up to y'all with a question. Y'all be like, damn, that was random. Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, it was just something that I was really just thinking about. So I really just, since I do it, you know, on a regular, why not just bring it to a platform and just get people thinking about certain things. Shit, I know I ain't the only one that goes through these things or be thinking about it or just really understanding what everybody be going through, and I just try and just let people just hear it.
Absolutely, I agree. I think a lot of people who has started using their platforms in various ways, they just wanted to see if other people thought like them or to see the other people's perspective. Can you tell the people how they can follow you and get in contact with you real quick?
Yeah, y'all can follow me at @off_the_top_media on Instagram. You know, I'm gonna keep giving the content and basically, you know, letting y'all hear about the different topics that I got coming to mind. But that's basically where I'm at for the most part. And if you want to search me on Facebook too, I'm on Off the Top.
Okay, so I know from following your page on Off the Top Media, you do a lot of reaction to videos, whether it pertains to dating, relationships, or just overall just random videos. So here on our show, we do a mixture of things where we talk about different kinds of relationships, we talk about businesses, and we try to bring awareness to different topics. So we're going to pull topics from a couple of different places because we're getting close to the end of the year. So I'm going to touch bases on several topics. Like, we're going to start with friendships.
All right.
So I saw a post that said it was 4 levels of friendships. And I want to see if y'all agree.
Okay.
It said it starts with somebody as acquaintance. Then the next level is casual friend, close friend, and intimate friend. So it was broken down and had different characteristics. I wanted to see, can people be interchangeable? Like your coworkers, can you put them on those levels, those 4 different levels of friendship?
Yeah, I think you can. We talked about those coworker relationships last night. But I think you really can put your coworkers on different levels because there are coworkers that I will never, ever, ever talk to outside of work, that I will never hang with you outside of work, that we don't have nothing to discuss unless it's work related. And then you do have some people that you do develop a close working relationship with, and like I said yesterday, that especially in education, how our friendships and relationships develop tend to be a little bit different. That's why a lot of times you do have people that you are super close with, because y'all really be going through shit during the day and you really need them people to get you through. But then there are some people who are still snakes in the grass that you would just not associate yourself with. Like, you will always be an acquaintance. But you also have family like that too. It's family that is like, oh, hey, hi. Like, that's all we got. Because we ain't nothing else there.
Yeah.
Just, hey, I know you my cousin, or I know you my aunt or my uncle, but that's about it. That's all I got for you. I don't have nothing else for you, Kate. Whatever.
I'm a big person of being selective. Like, my dad is big on family, but I have some friends that I consider more family than certain family members.
That's facts. Same way.
I mean, one thing that caught my attention though, when the last thing you said, what's the what they mean by intimate?
Intimate friends. That just means they have more access to your life and they know more of the personal things than some close friends would.
Intimacy, and I think that's something that people always, when we think of intimacy, we're always thinking of a sexual relationship, or and intimacy is not.
Intimacy
is beyond sex. It's not
right.
about sex, but you have a lot of people when they hear intimate, like that's the first thing that they think of. But intimacy is that closeness that you have with that person. And like Pink said, like that's that person I have access to. But that's somebody who knows you. Like they really, they know, they can read you. They know when things are wrong. They know when you off. Like they really know you. And it's not about like that physical part. Because I mean, you have friends that you are really close to that just like they know your ass, and you can't, as much as you try to pull the wool over their eyes, they like nope, you're lying.
They're gonna pull that out,
right? They're gonna pull your card because they know you on a different level compared to other people who may be an acquaintance or that second level, because they know you surface level, but they don't know the whole you per se.
Yeah, I mean, me personally, I never had got like that with none of my coworkers. It's always really been me just corresponding with them while I'm at work, and then when I'm out of work, they don't really hear from me. They don't see from me. I don't really talk to these dudes at work. Even if we do exchange numbers, it just really talking really in the line of work. Most of my friends just basically stem from back in the day, high school, or like I always say, friends just happen naturally. You don't really just go into a situation saying, oh yeah, we about to be friends. Y'all just end up most likely just clicking, and and just creating that bond, and then it just goes from there. I just think that's how really most of mine came, and for the most part, it ain't really happen from work.
I understand that. I think it's easier for guys to make friends than it is for female to make friends. At this age, anyway.
Yeah, I'm definitely
At
at
this
this age
age.
Because
You feel otherwise?
Because I mean, I just like I said, I don't really go out really making
you
friends
don't
now.
make friends.
Like the friends I got is the friends that I
Okay,
had.
Drake. No new friends. No new
Yeah,
friends. No new
right.
friends. No.
And that's how it be. I have my select dudes that I talk to on a regular. I don't really have like a big crew that I just hang with. It's just my
But you don't
select.
have to have a big crew though.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah, but
certain friends for certain things.
yeah, but when we talk about making new friends now, I mean, if it happens, it happens. But I mean, I'm not really out here looking for friends to make.
I don't be looking for friends to make either, but I just make, like, I always, at every, because, working in education again, at every school that I've been at, I always be like, if I make friends with somebody, cool. If I don't, that's cool too. Like, at the end of the day, I'm there for them kids and I'm there to get my coin. But I've always found that I've clicked with people, or I became friends with people. Like, the very first school that I worked at, like, I still talk to those people today. Like, I swear, it's like 5 of us that's been in a group chat for like 10 years. And we all still in this group chat, you know what I'm saying? And we don't talk every day, but I know that if I need something, like, they gonna be there, and we're each other's biggest cheerleaders and stuff like that. But that's like my tribe of people. So, and at every job, I've always had 1 or 2 people, like, they're my people, and those still my people today. Like, I can still text them right now, or we hang out from time to time or whatever. But everybody got different lives. Everybody, some are married with kids, some not married with, like, so.
I can't say every job. I mean, I think parking planning, because I worked there the longest, I made like lifelong bonds with certain people. When I worked at the post office, I didn't give a damn about them people. I will say this last job I just left, I probably made like a solid 3 friends, and I'll consider them like friends because I worked there for almost 3 years, and we bonded over a lot of stuff. That's how I ended up at brunch yesterday, a little bit too lit.
Somebody invite me to brunch shit. I'm some damn
But
food.
like, I think for me it's different now because this new job, I work from home, and I don't really be talking to them people. I don't even be paying attention to damn training. So so it's like, I don't think I'm make no friends at this one here, especially if we don't ever go back in person. It's gonna be short.
Yeah.
But I feel like guys click together and bond over things easier than females.
I mean, just for something simple, like, I probably got certain coworkers that I maybe talk sports with, so I mean, that dudes probably, bond over something like that, because I'm in a whole,
that's a big,
'cause
like, bonding thing at work. Sports will definitely bring people together.
yeah, like, I'm in a whole, like, I will say this though, like, I'm in a group chat with, like, it's probably about like 8 guys. We've been in the group chat, and we've been in the group chat for about like maybe 3 years now, and it all started from us all being in a sports group. So now we be on a group call every day. We talk, we debate sports, and then that's another reason why I started my brand too, because I be talking the real life shit with them also. And a lot of us ain't never seen each other in person, but we talk every day. So even with us communicating every day, it's, I'm saying I got really close bonds with, most of them versus like probably dudes that I even known, that I've known for probably about 10 years. But, just because we just talk every day. Some of us has actually met up. But, it's like, it's just, I feel like it's just really just different for real. I guess it all depends on the person, because, you got some people that is,
Yeah, I was about to say that. Because I feel like I'm the most friendliest, non-friendliest person ever. Like, I'm social, but not social. Like,
Yeah, and I think like we're so much alike, but I be smiling all the time. 'Cause that's just who I am. Even when I'm mad, I'ma smile because I don't want nobody asking me what's wrong. Because we're not finna bond over that. We're not finna bond over you asking me what's wrong. No. So people just think that I'm just extremely friendly, but I think I worked with one person, like literally sat beside them every day for 3 years, and they don't know nothing about me, nothing. Like other than I lived in Texas for a little while, and they was like, "Well, how did you sit beside this person they knew nothing about?" I didn't like their vibe, so I didn't talk to
And
them.
that's
Right.
another thing that you just see, like, you not gonna click with everybody. And I hate, like, sometimes I've been around people, or like people, I've been with friends and like they other friend group, and I'm just really not feeling the friend. So then it's like, oh, what's wrong with her? And it's like, I'm just not feeling y'all vibe. Like, everybody's not your cup of tea, and I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and that is okay. And like, I think, oh, thanks, friend. But I think people just don't see that. Like, people take everything so personal, and it's not. It don't necessarily have to be about you. It's just, I just ain't feeling you, and that's sorry. Like, don't take it personal. Just be. I mean, somebody else likes. And honestly, because I'm getting ready to leave my job in about 2 days.
Y'all, she's
That's
on countdown, y'all.
hello, because fuck them people. Okay, I'm gonna miss my work
She
son.
said yesterday.
But
So, yeah.
that's the one thing I noticed at the job that I'm at now. Like, people take a lot of shit personal, and it's dumb because you're too old for that. Like, I don't like everybody. Trust and believe. I speak to you, whatever. But just because I speak to you don't mean that I want to be your best friend, and doesn't mean that I want to start a whole full-blown conversation with you. I'm just a cordial person. But you got people who take it personal because even though I'm new, I may have bonded with someone else, and we bonded quickly. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't a forced connection on that. Like, y'all just click. Like, if the energy is there, the vibe is there, like, you're gonna bond with somebody. And to me, those are the best type of friendships because it wasn't forced. Like, this is just like I'm me. Like, the same way I talk here, I talk at work, and I talk to the kids the same way. I just don't be cussing at the kids. But I talk to everybody. I'm the same person all the time. Like, my energy literally is the same all the time. But, you know what I'm saying? So just don't take it personal, because I don't wanna be
Everybody
rocking with you.
ain't for everybody. And
That's facts.
Yeah, everybody's bond is different. You know, like even me, it's me and this one coworker. You know, we always be talking shit with each other. You know what I'm saying? Probably be actually, we'll sit there and go back and forth. But that's not everybody. We don't do that with everybody. Everybody got their certain bond. You know, certain things that you do with certain people. So. Yeah.
Absolutely, I agree. Like, there's a post that says different people get different sides of me, and so this was a big debate. And they said, well, why do you have to show different sides to different people? Why can't you just be yourself? And I said, but I am being myself. I just contain all those different sides. So whatever the energy or the environment is, that's just who I am.
Yeah.
It's like, well, that doesn't seem authentic.
No, I think what it is being able to adapt.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have to be able to adapt to certain situations, to certain environments, and it's wherever you are. So sometimes you can't go in being bright and bubbly all the time. You know what I'm saying? In certain situations, like, because for me, I got filled out the room first.
Yeah,
so I'm not just going to come, hey, y'all. No, because I got to sniff out. I got to see what's going on. I got to feel the type of vibrant energy that's in the room before I even give you all that. Because I need to know what, not who I got to be, but what side do I got to give you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to, like how we are in job interviews. Yes, whatever. I'm going to give you that. Oh, yes. But then once I get into the work environment, I see how this, oh, shit, that y'all act nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I guess it's like a code switch, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just really just playing off your vibe for real. I'm not. A lot of dudes probably say you acting funny. It's like, no, I'm really just playing off your vibe for real. Like, I mean, it's just I ain't trying to, switch up. I'm basically me the whole way. But if you act funny, then I already know how to play you.
Absolutely. Like, it's always, well, I've always been going with the person who joins or gets invited to other group things, and they always be like, well, why your friend so quiet, or she's so sad. Once I'm comfortable, it's a different story. Like, you'll see my personality come through a little bit. But if I'm just meeting you, especially we're in a public place, I ain't really got too much to say because I need to see how them other people gonna act in public. Because granted, I can only control me and how I react and respond to things, but some of y'all don't know how to act in public.
And I'd be like, you know what? I'm never going out with them people ever again. Or I'd be like, listen, I gotta bring somebody I know with me because I can't do that group by myself.
Hold on, are y'all saying going out with people that you don't really know for real?
Because some of our friends have other friend groups, and they'll invite us.
Oh yeah.
So men don't do that. Like y'all don't have where your homeboys be like, oh yeah, come out with me.
Nah, see, back in the day, see, they always was mad at me. They always was mad at me because they would always tell me to go. They asked me if I want to come out, but if I already knew how certain dudes move, I'll be like, nah, I'm cool. I ain't fucking with y'all.
Yeah, but we saying like you say your homeboy like, all right, come out with me and my boys watch the game, right? But you don't know these homeboys that he's inviting you out with. So when you get there, like you feeling
that person that ass all over there,
right?
Usually though, when my boys say that, I just trust their judgment. You know, when they be like, oh, he cool. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times when I do get into this environment, you know, do be cool. You know, I feel like, you know, sometimes you gotta understand what friends will click with other friends.
Yeah, I got friends that I'm just like, yeah, y'all can't hang together.
Yeah.
It's always people who have like those strong personalities, or they really ain't got like no filter. Like I know I don't have a filter, but if y'all remember, we had a guest, white girl. I can't even answer the phone on speakerphone when she called me because I don't never know what she gonna say. But she's one of my favorite people to hang with. But I know some people would take her the wrong way sometimes. So it's like, do I want to mix and mingle with certain people? So I try to be selective. But at the end of the day, if it's something for me and we're celebrating, look, come and just I ain't got time for no bullshit today.
Yeah, well, pretty much me and my friends are all very similar in many ways. So it's just some of them is just me amplified 10 times. So
I'm gonna ask this next question because it correlates with those levels of friendship. Would you ever date someone's ex, no matter what level of friendship?
Hell no. No.
Yeah, nah, I ain't with that.
Hell no.
No matter how much time had passed away?
Fuck, because in my mind, your penis was in that girl vagina. That's all I'm going to be like, ew, like that's nasty. And I don't care if 10 people came after that. That's all I'm going to be thinking. Your penis is in that girl. That's all I be thinking.
No, because this question came about because of course you know the whole thing with Omarion and Lil Fizz, and so
that was messy. Boots.
Yeah, that was really messy. But I've seen people who I know for a fact dated in like high school, and now you know we like 15 years removed from high school almost, and something like that, and. They haven't talked to the other person, but they ended up talking to like one of their ex's friends.
Oh,
so
I've seen a lot of that.
Does the level of friendship matter for you to say no? I'm not doing that, or it's just it doesn't matter what level.
Are you saying like close friends?
Right, like
on any level. I'm pretty sure if it's an intimate or close friend, it's no. If it's just an acquaintance, somebody that you know of. And you know they date this person, let's say it was 10 plus years ago. You still saying no?
See, high school is tricky.
I'm about to say because an acquaintance, somebody I probably hung with in high school, but I ain't.
Because in high school, you ain't know who was fucking nobody until, like, it might have came out later on. Well, I don't want nobody from fucking Parkdale anyway. But, just say that. I don't. That's why I be asking questions. That's why you gotta ask questions. Like, who talked to who, yeah. Because a lot of people was doing shit after school. They, you know.
Shit during school.
Yeah,
During school, after school. But what if you had like already like bonded with this person and y'all connection is dope, and then you find out like y'all not in a relationship yet, but you find out like, dang, you used to fuck with so and so.
I mean, I've had that happen before. I was talking to somebody, then I found out like who, like I know of the girl, but I don't like know the girl, but I know who the girl is, and I was like, ugh. Like,
Yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, if it was maybe one of them type of situations, I mean, I wouldn't really think of it too bad. Now, if it was like somebody that's like actually in inner circle, like, but if it was inner circle, you would have already known probably. But see, it's different variables when it comes to this. But you know, like if it's somebody I hung with in high school, and you know it's probably 12 years later. And then I found out that I hung with him back in school. But I mean, that's something totally different versus.
Yeah, that's that
like,
sugarcoating shit. I hung with them.
That's a tough one, because I think like we all somebody's exes or past whatever.
Right.
This area is too fucking small.
Hell yeah, the DMV is very, very small. So that's why you got ask questions, especially if they got baby mamas. Who your baby mother? Oh, okay.
Man, sometimes these people be lying though.
They they do be lying.
Yeah, you already know what it is then.
So this is going to be like the super question, which which I call the main question. So it was a post that stated, "Why are men taught how to treat women, but women aren't taught how to treat men?" And do you disagree or agree with this statement?
I agree.
Well, why
I
do
mean,
you?
Yeah, why do you agree?
Well, I mean, I just feel like really it's always really just like the double standard really coming up. You know, us coming up as kids for real. I mean, and that's just, you know, how it's naturally happened. Even when we're young, we really just, you know, boys just really more carefree, but y'all coming up with the whole they giving y'all the nail sets, you know what I'm saying, you know, basically the play ovens, you know, teaching y'all
Stop what you're doing, because I definitely was a tomboy growing up.
I'm just talking about majority. I mean, of course you probably got, you know, your occasional girl. That's why it's only one girl usually out on the football field out of probably like 10
I wanted
boys.
to play football so bad.
You know what I'm saying? But it's fun. But no, it just really just how, you know, coming up for real. Just like with us, you know, just like how it's basically just gearing y'all ready for real. Like what it's really just getting y'all ready for real. How to basically teaching y'all, you know, womanly things for real coming up. But y'all not really just taught, you know, like how to
Cater to a man.
Yeah, if you get what I'm saying.
I think it depends, because like for me, I had both my parents in the household. So, I mean, I watched like my mom take care of the household, do stuff, you know, for whatever. And then like my dad, I was the daddy's girl. So, like my dad do stuff for me or whatever. So I think, honestly, I think it really depends, because nowadays, just working with kids, like, these parents are not teaching these young men how to hold doors for females and stuff like that. Like, we are teaching the kids, like, oh no, you got to hold the door, like, let the young lady go through and all. Like, that's not being taught anymore, like, period. And that's not even just about as a boy holding the door for a girl, like, period. If somebody's coming behind you, hold the damn door. But like, I just feel like it depends. And also, we are in a day and age where we're getting away from gender roles too. So it's like, do you still continue to teach a female to make sure she does this, that, like, the whole debate about boys having cooking sets, that shit is fucking stupid. That does not make you gay. It like, who came up with this? I have a little boy in my class now. He loves to cook, so he played with the little cooking set, the Play-Doh. He be making food for all of us, imaginary food.
It's something about a male chef that just food hit different, okay?
Hello,
and I
feed
can cook,
me.
But
I likes to eat.
The food hit different.
Okay.
No, but I mean, I'm just basically really just, because like I said, okay, y'all, they want to always just focus on cooking and cleaning, like
Those
that's
are
really
basic
like
Right.
wife deals, like. But I mean, it's
But
more,
a man,
it's more beyond that.
yes, because
for
a man
real.
needs to know how to do it. Like, if you don't have a girlfriend or a wife, like, you got your own spot, you got to know how to do these things for yourself. So, why, as a woman, why, when we together, now all that shit fall on me? No, nigga, you was cooking and cleaning before I got here, so cooking and clean with me, too. Like, make it make sense. What y'all eating? Y'all eating out every day? Because food is expensive. Okay?
Expensive.
Chicken is
Right,
expensive.
I feel like for real, just about the, like I always say, like when do a woman care about how a man feels? Like I feel like when they always talk about how we don't really express our feelings, we don't really, you know, we can't really articulate how we feel, which a lot of us can, but it's, it all depends on really who it is. But it just really just like a lot of times it's really just taught about really just everything just really being all about y'all. That's why they had the term happy wife, happy life.
No, we gotta be happy together. But I also feel like a lot of things that we learned, we're unlearning them because these are things that were passed on from our grandmothers and great grandmothers because it was basically taught like the man, you don't say nothing, you don't complain about it, you just suck it up and move on. But that's why you had men who were alcoholics and were drug addicts and they were doing all these other things to cope with what they were going through because they were taught that if you express it, it makes you soft. But you also have females out here that still do it where they victimize these men for expressing themselves and talking about the pain or whatever that they feel. I don't like that shit. Like, if you coming to me and you telling me something going on, I would be like, you know what, I appreciate you for opening up to me, for letting me know what's going on with you. But we, as women, we don't create a safe space for men to feel like that. And they didn't back in the day either. They didn't. When a boy fell off his bike, he ain't supposed to cry. No, you better get up and brush off and get back on the bike. You know what I'm saying? But that little nigga hurt.
Right.
And he wanna cry, but y'all like, nah, don't cry.
So it starts with some people's parents not creating that safe space.
It's
or not
understanding, because it's okay to cry, but understanding on when to like get on them for crying. You can't just get on them for crying. Like physical pain versus, different kind. There's different kinds of pain. The physical pain, okay, but like you said, him falling off the bike, something totally different. But just because he got in trouble because he ain't take the trash out, now you crying? Nah, stop crying, boy. What you think?
Well,
I mean, I think it's
if he
really
get punished, she probably say it.
I think it's really just taking time to talk to children, period. We're not going to say just girls or just boys, but talking to children to help them talk through their emotions at a younger age will help them be able to talk through those emotions as an adult. Because when you when you become a dismissive person of a child's feeling, they grow up thinking that, okay, well, they're not listening to me anyway, so I'm not going to talk about it. And unfortunately, it happens with a lot of men. And we're stuck as a female trying to figure out how to break this new level of trust down for them to be open and vulnerable.
So I want to read a comment that the Key Spot podcast said, and it is a great point. Back in the day, I feel that women are groomed to be wives and mothers, and men are not taught how to be husbands and fathers. And I definitely agree with that. I had this conversation before with some church folk, with the church folk, because growing up in the church, I said, how come you are always talking about how the woman has to be a wife and she has to be a virtuous woman and she has to do this and she has to look like this and she has to dress like this, but you aren't teaching these men anything? How come women are forced to be held accountable? because we're going to be a wife and a mom someday. But you're not grooming. You don't groom these men to be husbands. So we're definitely taught a little bit more in a way to cater as a wife and as a mother.
That's why I feel like they're not taught how to be husbands.
Listen, I done
because
been
how you treat somebody is not necessarily being taught how to be a husband. Because a husband is a characteristic for you, but how to treat somebody is overall like a human being standard.
Right. So I mean, that's just like you say. At the end of the day, regardless of being in an intimate, or physical relationship, you're gonna have to be able to learn how to treat everybody.
Right, but
now with now go ahead. No, I was just about to say. I kind of somewhat agree. Because I feel like coming up, even with the dudes, I always talk about this with the fathers. It's like a double standard when it comes to raising your sons and your daughters. With your daughters, you really out here trying to teach her what man, since you know how men act, you try and teach her what men to look out for. You try and tell her what kind of men to really look at. You basically try and teach her what men to look out for. But with your son, you basically out here. You cool with him basically hitting different jumps.
Being a whore.
So you basically, it's like you teaching your daughter to stay away from men that your son is. And then, so you ain't really having the same energy when it comes to both of them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like if you really want to put that energy with your daughter, you should be teaching your son to be that man that you are teaching her to look for.
Absolutely.
That's absolutely right. All players have daughters, so if you have it's like, no, I'm playing. but basically, that's what you see though. Like, and that's what we're talking about. Like with the comment that was made, you see that we are taught like we gotta get married, but men aren't taught how to be husbands, like and what to do. And I'm not saying it's a handbook out there.
Like I said, y'all talk out of really do the cooking, cleaning, and I guess.
But it's more.
That's what I'm saying. But so what wife? That's what I'm saying. What wife stuff? Because like I say, a lot of times, like I said, our feelings for real, or anything that we go through for real gets put to the back burner. So ain't that's really.
But it doesn't have to be that way. Like I feel like that was how
you
things
said
were
what
taught.
You go through. Hold on. What you go through and becoming a husband, the best way for me to word it is everybody has been through some shit. No matter how big it was, how little it was, somebody has experienced something that has made them feel a certain kind of way. They might have hit it, they might have healed from it. But we all experience things. Sometimes I have learned now that some people's goal is not to be a husband, but at least be a decent man in the world.
But those of you that are husbands and aren't good husbands, it's like, hold on, like, wait a minute.
Do you think that a lot of people don't know what it is to be these things because they never saw anyone in that role?
Right. They probably haven't. And I feel like that a lot of stuff that we see now, it all stems from stuff that we saw and didn't see growing up. But the comment was just talking about how back in the day, like, people weren't taught how to be husbands. Like, and I'm just coming from my point of view from growing up in the church. I've been in 3 different churches with different denominations and all the other stuff, and it's always putting the emphasis on what the woman is supposed to be, but they never emphasize what the man is supposed to be and how the man should carry themselves. Because even back in the day, if a woman got pregnant and wasn't married, they made her stand up in front of the church and apologize to the church for getting pregnant, like she did it by herself, but there was nothing for the man. So this is what I'm saying. Like, it's forced. It's women. You need to do this, and this, but they not doing it for the men.
And I will say this: I don't condone like a woman telling a man how to be a man. It should definitely come from a man. But I think if women reworded it and would say, "I would like a man who," does A, B, C, D, it would sound better instead of telling somebody, you're not a real man because you don't do this.
I mean, that's what it is. If you ain't, I mean, I guess what do we look to do? Protect and provide. You know, so I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, that's you saying with most women. Is that what y'all saying? Most men ain't really taught how to do those. Cause that's really the lie of the two things that the mainly two things that women really be focusing on.
And that ain't what I'm focused on. I need more than provision and protection. Okay. Because I can provide for myself.
So that's what I'm trying to say. So when you say that when you saying that they not really taught how to be husbands, I mean, because that's really here. Oh yeah, they don't provide no more. They don't protect you no more. Yeah, black women are the least protected.
But see, you got to think back in the day, a man would come home, give his wife the check and be whatever. Or he would take his little portion of the money and go out and drink the shit up all weekend. And while you know what I'm saying? So was he providing and protected just because he was the one, came home?
I mean, right. So that's what I'm saying. So when you say they're not really...
Because it's more to that. Like, yeah. It's more than just, all right, I'm making money or I'm bringing home the bacon. Okay, thank you.
So what is it? You saying, what, are they out here cheating? Or what you saying? Like, what?
When she talking about back in the day, yeah, that's what the men was, yeah.
No, I'm saying, like, what is it that they...
The generations, a lot of
like, what is it?
Relationships have changed, and then, like, this has been one of the biggest discussions, like, we've had it before, where the perspective was here that people want to have relationships that lasted as long as like their grandparents or something, not realizing what it really entailed. For one, I don't know everything that happened in my grandparents' relationship. From what I saw, the image that was put out there in front of me, they had a great marriage, but I don't know what else they had to go through or what else happened behind closed doors. So I can't say that I would want to follow that example. The longevity of it, how they made it work, I wish I would have asked questions about that. But a lot of people don't look at what the different qualities of men back then being a husband.
And what we see now.
Being a husband now. And I think it really just depends on the person you're dealing with.
Right.
What do you require from them?
So there was another response to what she said, so she added to her point. So she said, to add to my point, just because we are taught these social roles, societal roles, it does not include the totality of how to treat your spouse. We have to learn how to be lovers and friends on the go. And then she said, I grew up in an old school church, so I can attest to all that you're talking about. So, yeah, you understand where I'm coming from. And then she said, relationship dynamics is a whole other discussion. And I think that's just what it is. If we're talking about marriages in the past and what we see now, like, it's not the same.
So it was better? It was
worse back then. It was worse. Just because people look at, oh, your grandma and them stayed married for 50 years. But you don't know what grandma had to go through. And a lot of times, I literally just had this discussion with my aunt and my mom the other day. Because my mother was talking about, well, people not getting married, people having kids. She was being her judgmental self at the moment. And we had to shut that down real quick. And we were just basically saying, like, back then, men were more so needed to survive. That's so true. A lot of times, women stay in these situations because they didn't have the means to move on. That's or they didn't have the jobs available. They didn't have the education. So now things are a little bit different. Now we can provide for ourselves. We can bring home the bacon and cook that shit up ourselves. So now for me, it's like, you got to give me more than just, oh, I'm a provide and protect. Because now we can carry guns and all types of shit. So we can do those things for ourselves. But it's more to that. Like, than just, you can't boo lane with you at night. Me, myself, and motherfucking I until I find the right one.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay, like, yeah, I can provide for myself, but I need more. Like, the fuck? I don't care about your money. That means nothing to me because I got my own. Give me something I can't give myself. Like, that's me personally. Like,
What can you pour into me? What can we learn from each other?
Right.
Like, I really don't like that statement that it wasn't Dave Chappelle. I want to say it was it Chris Rock?
Chris Rock
Had that statement about only people who get unconditional love is women, children, and animals.
Yeah, and that's really
I don't like that.
I mean, that's how it is a lot of the times. I guess, like, let me ask
it's unfortunate.
Let me ask y'all something. When do y'all start? Cause I ask this all the time on our show. When do y'all start caring about how a man feels?
All the time.
All the time.
I care about all the men in my family, or if we're talking, I ask people, "How are you? How was your day?" And I genuinely want to know. I don't say shit just because.
Yeah, I literally, I'm checking in with you. Like, are you okay? Like, what's going on? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I genuinely care. Like, I want to, because mental health is important to me. I lost a friend to suicide, so I want to know, like, are you legitimately okay? Like, how's your mental? Like, what's going on? And I want you to feel like I'm a safe space. Because I'm not going to throw that shit up in your face. And whatever we discuss, that's between us. That's nobody else's business but you and mine. And so, I genuinely care. I can't speak for other women out here. But if I'm asking you how you are, like, I really want to know, like, are you okay?
Keep the same energy you have with your girlfriends, with the men that are in your life. If you give somebody the time of day to even, like, exchange numbers and start having conversations with them, check in on people. Especially if you live in the fucking DMV, because in the blink of an eye, a person can be gone. Mm-hmm. I think it's highly important. We talk about mental health all the time, and I think a lot of people take it for granted, like, oh, it won't be one of my friends or one of my families, but it's really a deeper issue.
You know, that shit could just happen in the blink of a minute. But not the fact that, you know, that's basically, because I ask that question all the time, and a lot of the times you get the answers, oh, once I care about how he feels, or once he does this, or once he does that, or I'm not going to do this for a man because of what I've been through. Or I'm not going to do this for a man because I've been through this. And I'm like, okay. I mean, like, you keep saying that, but have you ever thought about, you trying to deal with this dude, have you ever thought about what he's been through? And then they be like, can't really answer. It's like, oh, so you haven't really thought about what he's been through, but you.
Because people don't ask.
It's some broken ass people, man.
Because people don't ask. So somebody said, see, why niggas always want to get on here and try me? So, just curious, can a man that's broke and have ambition, can he get your number? I've talked to somebody that before this broke, and what define broke, because to be honest,
you say you done it before.
Yeah. To be honest, I'ma make more than the average man in this area. I'ma just be honest. Let me pull out the Kevin Samuel numbers real quick, okay? So he said the average salary of a black man is what, 40-something thousand a year or something. I make more than that. Thank you, God. I love you so much. So I make more than that. So, what's your definition of broke? Because to be honest, I'm going to make more than, and I may always make more than any guy that I've ever tried to date or deal with. So
is that like asking if somebody doesn't? They
don't
have a job right now?
Right now, yeah.
I've dated someone who didn't have a job, and while we were dating, I helped him find a job. Well, I mean, he helped himself find a job, but I found ways to motivate him or to speak positive things to him for him to. When you date someone who has a record, it becomes extremely hard for them to find a job, and they get a lot of, especially black men, get discouraged when it comes to looking for a job once they come back home. So it is highly important that if you date someone who has a record, or even if they just lost a job, period, like, speak positive words into people while they are in dark or down times is just super important, because it goes right back to their mental health and creating that safe space to have those conversations. I don't like when people be trying to do those narratives if black women only look at people within their tax bracket.
Yeah, or all about, like, I tell people all the time, I'm not materialistic. Like, it's not about money for me because I can take care of myself. And with me, whoever my person is, it's a team for me. So where you lack, I'ma pick up, and it should be vice versa. So like, this is why Doug will tell y'all that we are exceptions, because I'm not that type of person. Like, mental health is important to me because I need my man to be healed. Like,
I want to give my exes fucking invoices, okay? All the money I fucking spent.
I need you to be healed. Like, I need you to be okay. Like, everything isn't about money. Like I said, I say all the time, I take care of myself. I can do for myself. So give me more than that. Give me something else. And then you asking me who I'm sleeping with at night. What the fuck?
Yeah.
You could have a nigga that got all the money in the world and treat you like shit.
They
So
can be
Right,
giving
which-
you money and then still don't
giving
sleep
you
with your
money
ass
is
at night.
right, and you still sleeping by yourself at night because he out doing whatever the fuck he want to do. So like that, yeah, no, that means nothing.
Yeah, those people who settle for those things and they think. So we're gonna talk about deal breakers later. I don't even want to go into that.
He already getting into
I don't
that
even
based
wanna
on
go
what
into
his
that.
comment that he just
We're going to
said.
get into deal breakers later. We are going to take a quick break. I'm going to play 2 songs. Y'all heard Godspeed. It was released by Jesse O'Daly, who was here a couple weeks ago. It was released on November 30th. This become one of my favorite songs right now. Along with, like, I swear, Bishop King has dropped music almost every week.
Bishop King
for
got
the last
85
year.
songs out right now on Apple Music.
Yes, it is
So-
all on Apple Music. So we're going to play a couple of songs from Bishop King. If y'all don't know who Bishop is, it is the rapper from the One Band. Shout out to the One Band. But I'm going to play
Okay.
Jesse O'Daly Godspeed first.
Running it back to the back to the back to the bank today. Running it back to the back to the back to the bank today. Running it back to the back to the back to the bank today. Running it back to the back to the back to the back to the back. Running it back to the bank today. Baby, I'm feeling relaxed today. Gotta go try to relax today. Whoa, whoa. Gotta fill out all my apps today. Cry for my niggas that passed away. Keep me a shooter like Golden State. Whoa, whoa. Been in my bed for some years now. Gotta go out on my tears now. Gotta rebut on my fears now. Gotta do great for my kids now. Gotta go tell them I'm here now. Niggas been placing they bids down. Don't chase me, hoes make me, don't love me now. Come through in business, my baby bust down. Fuck with the crew, I can pass on hoes now. Come through parties with horses like it's a hold down. Tell me a lie, tell me you love me, but no one above me. I'm probably the best in the spot. Like it or not, straight to the top. All of my niggas been golden, all of you niggas been posing. Don't come to me with no whole shit. See, I gotta work today, gotta go find out my worth today. Bills been hitting like burglary, hoping my lady ain't hurt today. Hoping the devil don't take my soul, probably gon' roll me some earth today. All of my niggas already on go, waiting for niggas to play today. Running it back to the back to the back to the bank today. Running it back to the back to the back to the bank today. Running it back to the back to the back to the bank today. Running it back to the back to the back to the back to the back. Running it back to the back to the back to the bank today. Running it back to the back to the back to the bank today. Running it back to the back to the back to the bank today. Running it back to the back to the back to the back to the back. Running it back to the back to the back to the bank today. Running it back to the back to the back to the bank today. Running it back to the back to the back to the bank today. Running it back to the back to the back to the back to the back.
With another one.
Like you already know what it is with me. It's kinda hard to find what you're looking for. I'm talking about. Say bitches come a dime a dozen. Loyalty comes once and stays. I'ma ride for you, you gon' ride for me.
Lil' mama bougie, but that pussy good. Head game on 1,000 and she still hood. She ride around the city with them paper tags. Them 10 up on the window like she bad, bad. Yeah, this bitch she bad. She get that money like a real nigga. She throw it back for a real nigga. And if you faking, she gon' slide, nigga. Dressed up, old black, she gon' ride, nigga. She the type to come and hold you down. And with that work, she don't play around. When I got locked, yeah, she stay true. It's you for me and girl, it's me for you. She gon' ride. 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 That pussy good, I ain't faking for the people. Pussy got me hashtagging, got me like a gimme. Nigga, I was geeking. Lil' mama got me tweaking. The way you move, it be clapping when you walking. Ass so big when we fucking, I be talking. I ain't fucking wrong, I ain't fucking wrong. Looking so good, got a nigga in the zone. Trips out of town, I'm just trying to please you. I just wanna see you smile. Yeah, girl, I need you. It's me for you and you for me. Girl, we got us. What do we have if we ain't got trust? She gon' ride. 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 So we out here working. We got her working.
Oh my god.
So they see me out here working. So they try and get her working. So they see me out here working. So I went got her working. Run it up, 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 run it up. So they see me out here working. So they try and get her working. So they see me out here working. So I went got her working. Run it up, 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 run it up.
Shawty see me out here working, and I'm just trying to see shawty twerking. Lil' mama says she's trying to get it back, and you know I gotta do it if she worth it. The way she put it on me got me nervous, but I gotta drop 50 like Curtis, cause I know she in love with a Birkin. She fuck me and still make sunny service. Shawty so gifted, her presence a problem. I'm in the throat like way more than a doctor. When she was sick, man, that shit is a shocker. She love my test and she tatted like rockstars. When we do dinner, hit steak with the lobsters. Not from the hood, so she only speak proper. Stay on my side like we Batman and Robin. If I say get him, you know that she got him.
So they see me out here working. So they try and get her working. So they see me out here working. So I went got her working. Run it up, 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 run it up. So they see me out here working. So they try and get her working.
welcome back. If you're just joining the DMVz Vibe podcast, first of all, we have special guest Timo in the house with us. And the songs that you just heard, first one was Godspeed by Jesse O'Delly, was just dropped on November the 30th. The last two songs were by Bishop King. The second song was Ride, and the third song after that was Birkin. Shout out to Bishop and Jesse O'Delly for the music on Apple Music.
Yes.
So, if you're just joining us, we've talked a little bit about the levels of friendship, and if you would date someone who used to date somebody who might have talked to somebody that was on some level of friendship with one of your friends. But to jump back in, we're going to be talking about now, what is something from your childhood that has shaped you into who you are today?
I gotta think about that.
She's zoned out over here, y'all.
No, because I was thinking. I'm going to say, I guess for me, it's probably like growing up being the fat friend. And I know it's probably going to throw y'all like, what the hell? But, like, I feel like growing up as a kid, like, my self-esteem wasn't always as high as it is now. Because, like, I always felt like, you know, my friends was, they was advancing more than me. Like, everybody be like, oh, you cool for a big girl. Like, what the fuck? But,
What that mean?
like, everybody had boyfriends and all that stuff. And I'd be like, dang, okay, I was the friend that would go and hang with the little sister while the friends was humping and shit. Like, I was that, that friend. And I think, like, now, like, it kind of molded me into being confident, the confident person I am now. And so that's why, like, working with the kids that I work with, like, I teach them to love themselves, because I feel like if I would have loved myself a little bit more, I probably would have made better decisions. Like, not really like childhood, but probably like in my teens, early 20s. But because I didn't love and appreciate and value myself, that's why I made the decision I made. But now, like, for me, I don't give a shit. Like, I bust my ass in the gym. I lost the weight that I needed to lose. Still trying to lose more. So, but it's pushed me to be that person to the kids that I work with. Like, I'm always pushing, like, self-motivation. That's why I'm always affirmations. Like, when I was teaching high school, I'm going back to middle school, y'all pray for me. But when I was teaching high school, like, I really talked to my girls, and I really told my girls, like, listen, like, you got to do this, you got to love yourself, you got to value yourself, you got whatever. Because I just wish that I had that self-esteem or whatever growing up, because whether you realize it or not, and I realize it now that I'm older, like, even though I always was pretty much a happy kid, but, like, I was always made fun of because of my weight. And then people be like, and when I say that to people that I went to school with, they're like, no, you wasn't. Yes, I was. Because I can call out a few of y'all right now from Parkdale that I remember y'all saying some shady shit. But, to each his own. But now, I'm shitting on some of y'all, so it don't matter. But yeah, like, I feel like those experiences, like, molded me into who I am, and people may call it cocky now, but I don't give a shit. That's me, Fearless Swagger.
She got the name that she got now.
Noted.
Yeah, only thing I can really think about is really, because I kind of felt something that she was saying, because, really, from the childhood, kids are always going to have something to say. No matter what it is, what I'm saying, they're going to find something, whether you don't have the best shoes on, whether you big, or whatever the case may be. It's always going to be something that, is coming up, they're going to find something that has something to say about something. Mm-hmm. So, I definitely feel you as far as, like, getting to that point of not really giving a fuck what other people really think and being comfortable with yourself for real. And that's probably really the main thing that I really just got into for real as I got older. Not making my own decisions, not really giving a fuck what no one else think. I move how I move, and this is how I'm gonna move. If you don't really fuck with it, then you just don't gotta be around me. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, I think for like when you was a kid, and I know that I see this now, even with me having a 7-year-old, it's kind of hard to really tell a 7-year-old to not really care what other kids are saying about them. So I mean,
And I think with that, I think social media and stuff makes it harder for kids too, because kids are cruel. They say some mean things. Like, I done heard kids say some stuff to adults. I'd be like, but goddamn. So if they can't be bold enough to say that to an adult, you already know they gonna say anything to their own peer. And so I think that trying to teach them that, because I saw this with my students, with my high schoolers. I literally we had a whole 45-minute class period discussing social media and why do y'all care so much about other people's opinions.
Right.
But I think it's just the upbringing that we have now, because you have adults that care so much about other people's opinions. And I literally feel like your life will be miserable if you constantly care about what others think and worry about what others think. And I think that that's pretty much helped me as an adult now. Like, I'm going to do what I want to do, and I don't care what anybody has to say. And that's just what it is. But when you're trying to teach a kid, it's like you want them to care enough about themselves to carry themselves a certain way, but to also not care about what your friend is doing over here or what they say about, because you got on the joints from, I don't know, JC Penney's. Your Nikes came from JC Penney's, but their Nikes came from the Nike store. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, we live in that age where it's a little bit harder to do that. Like, for me growing up, I was always compared to other people or other family, or I had family members that would say little stuff about me, and y'all know I throw shade at her every chance I get, and at her ass, look like a motherfucking bird. So I throw shade at her every chance I get now. But this was the same person who always talked about my weight growing up as a kid, and it will bother me. Like, of course, I never let nobody see that it bothered me, but it did, because it's just like, why? Like, that's the first thing you say. Listen, black folks, stop telling people when you ain't seen them in a long time, you sure did gain weight. Stop saying that to people, please.
It's disrespectful.
It's not nice.
Would you like someone to say, damn, you look old as fuck now?
Right. Because I sure do be wanting to tell that bird, damn, you look like a bird. So she do. Dry the pass.
Do you have anything else you wanted to add? I can't take her sometimes.
No, go ahead.
So the question is, what is something from your childhood that shaped you? I would have to say, I think from the adults in my life when I was younger holding certain secrets, it made me want to grow up and be the complete opposite. So I speak my truth, along with the people in my family. I make sure that if it's something that involves them or will directly affect them, that they know. I don't like to let things linger or be quiet, because we've already seen how damaging it can be to a family if secrets are held. So that's why, like, I've been a person who people will call me an asshole because I can be extremely blunt, or like my sister said growing up, I was extremely harsh to her. But we're 10 years apart, and she's a Gemini. She's fucking sensitive. But I just feel like no one can take away from the truth. No matter how you put it out there, how you present it, can't nobody change it. So just be honest it just helped me be honest with people at all times, because I know what it is to have someone smile in your face and just continually lie to you, but you have to forgive them, or you're supposed to forgive them because it's your family. And y'all done already heard me talk about this shit. If family members you don't have no peace when you around them, leave them the fuck alone.
Yeah, please. Immediately.
Because there was a long time. Like I will say, some people can grow and change, and sometimes with age, they will change to be nicer or better people to society. So I did give them a second chance, but there's some people still in my family like, I don't even know who that is. You couldn't even tell me I'm related to. And they be like, oh, I saw so and so. Oh, God bless them. I don't know that man. I don't know that.
Sorry
lady.
to that man.
Right?
Yeah, just because they're family don't mean you're going to click. You know, like we already talked about that earlier about just you don't vibe with everybody. That goes for family too.
Listen, yeah, because I got some cousins like, yeah, no.
Yeah,
we don't got nothing to discuss. Like, hey.
So
we
can
just
I
see
ask
each
you
other.
this because you have a child? If your child came to you and said that they didn't want to be around a family member, how would you process that with your child?
All depends on the family. Well, I would just really just try and just understand.
Like,
You know,
why?
Why? You know, really just see why she feels the way she feels. That's really my main thing with a lot of things. Really try and get the understanding of why you feel the way you feel, and then just go from there.
See, I keep telling y'all it's highly important to talk to y'all kids.
But you know, even taking it back to growing up, how they always, a child stays in a child place and stuff like that. But it's like, these are people too. Like, it's not like they come out and they little kids and then they grow up to be adults with feelings. Like, no, they have feelings when they are forming inside of you. Like, they have feelings when they come out.
And a lot of times too, a kid knows for real the parents' wrong tendencies that they do too on a regular. It might just really validate it as you get older, and then your parents still doing the same thing. So I mean, but of course you was like telling them to stay in the child's place. Now once you get to a certain age, and then you really calling them out on it, you being disrespectful. So, I mean,
Y'all,
we talked about that.
Right, we didn't talk about this before. How different generations, when we start to speak on certain things or ask questions about certain things, instead of just following what they say we being disrespectful. First of all, I'm an adult and I'm gonna say whatever the fuck I want to say. But I think I don't understand the disconnect there with the generations of not allowing people to voice how they feel, especially once they've reached adulthood. They still think it's being disrespectful.
It's just, I think we're just at a age now, and I'm definitely in the Black community. We have to unlearn a lot of things because a lot of stuff that we are doing or beliefs and stuff have been passed down to us from generation to generation, and then even some of the stuff that we have taken on was passed down from slave time. A lot of the stuff that we do is European bullshit, because a lot of the shit that the Euros brought over here, the Anglo-Saxons, was bullshit. And
I
so
don't even know what she just said.
and so we do a lot of the same things, and I just feel like speaking up for yourself as an adult is not disrespect, because you as an adult would speak up for yourself in any type of situation, but it shouldn't feel disrespectful because I'm your child or I'm your niece or your nephew or something like that. Like, I'm, at the end of the day, I'm grown. I'm a whole grown person in these streets. And so if I'm coming to you and speaking to you on an issue that I see or I feel, like, it's not being disrespectful. And that's the one thing that I've experienced myself. It's like, dang, if I'm coming to you telling you, like, I'm just not in that headspace right now, that don't mean I'm crazy. I'm just not in the headspace to deal with whatever it is that you want me to deal with at the moment, or whatever you want to discuss. Or it may be something small that's so major to you, but to me it's like, hold on, wait, it's not a dire emergency. So it's something that we can deal with, but I'm just not in the headspace to deal with that. But that's just something that Black folk got to get over.
Yep. So this can help us transition to the next topic of deal breakers. So I'm gonna ask y'all what y'all deal breakers are first. The follow-up question is, do you think they were set by what you saw growing up, or from personal experience, or a mixture of both? So we're gonna start with Timo first. What's your deal breakers when it comes to relationships?
I'll say, you know, dealing with someone that won't, that, let me see, dealing with somebody that I can't talk to. I feel like that if I'm a deal breaker is if I see that I can't talk to you, I can't deal with you. Because, you know, I'm all about trying to really get understanding. So, I mean, I don't have to agree with you to basically, you know, understand why you feel the way you feel. But if I can't talk to you for real, then I feel like then I can't really go, you know, further with you. That's one of my main deal breakers. Being able to talk to my woman.
Having a whole bunch of kids, because I don't mind being no stepmother, but I ain't being no stepmother to no starting five. Them a lot of suitcases that you gotta pack up.
Suitcases, a lot of plane tickets,
okay.
A lot of costumes.
So he has to have, what's the max?
The max
kids or baby mamas, because that's two different things.
Okay, now I have dealt with somebody that had 2 kids and 2 different baby mothers, but
that's what I'm about.
He's a great dad, and he always had the damn kids, so I couldn't tell the damn mamas said that. But anyway, no shade. But yeah, that would be one. Also, somebody who, it's gonna sound bad, like, I know everybody isn't always completely healed, but I can't deal with anybody that has a lot of like moments where they displace their anger. Like if I come to you and I see you, like, I pay attention to people, and if you're like lashing out and I'm like, hold on, wait a minute, like what's going on, whatever, and I'm telling you like you're lashing out at me and you still like it's not registering or it's not clicking, then I can't be bothered, because to me that's like I don't like aggressive behavior. I don't like shit like that. Like, don't be aggressive with me, okay? We can have a conversation without you hollered and screamed and shit. If you can't do that, like, because to me that leads to other shit. That's a deal breaker for me. For the person who, I don't know, he not on here no more, but the whole car, money, all that, I don't care about none of that shit. Because those things aren't that important to me. Like, if you got something going for yourself, yes. Like, but if you broke, but you not doing shit, you not out here trying to better yourself, then why would I want to deal with you? You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I know what it feels like to be broke, and I had, be trying to find a job, all that other. So I get that. So I would never judge nobody for that. But if you have no ambition, I'm not gonna want to be fucking bothered, because you okay in your situation, and that's not comfortable for me.
So that's like your number one deal breaker.
That and the relationship you got with your mama.
What about it?
The status of it.
It's the status of it, yeah.
Is it healthy?
So if it's healthy, so you say whether it depends on if it's healthy or if it's too healthy. Like, he's a mama's boy.
Well, I ain't never really dealt with no mama's boy, so I can't.
Can I see that's something too that a lot of women we talking about they have issues with?
Yeah, for me it's because I have dealt with people that didn't have good relationships with their mother, and they treated me like shit. And then now reflecting on that as I'm older, now I'm like, well, shit, you calling your mama a bitch on the phone and all other type of shit. Like, so you giving me the same energy you was giving your mother. Like, we've talked about this before. That parental relationship, all of those play major dynamics in your relationship with your spouses and how you treat other people. And that's definitely something, because I'm a very family-oriented person. So that's something for me, that's a deal breaker too. Like, unless your family really do some fucked up shit, like, I understand. But, like, that mother-son dynamic, you gotta pay attention to that sometimes too.
Yeah, it sometimes be a little weird.
Yeah, because when a man finds a wife, he finds himself a good thing.
Deal breaker. I always go with the multiple kids, so I was trying to find something different. But right now, that's the only thing that's still there is the multiple kids.
Was that 2?
I can do 3 kids, but I need to know if I'm going to date somebody who has kids, I didn't know what type of co-parenting relationship you had.
Yeah, that's important too.
Because I ain't got time for nobody to be jumping out acting crazy. Because they still in their mind, the back of their mind think, well, I'm gonna work shit out with my baby father.
When clearly.
Yeah, because I done been put in situations where the person that I was dealing with, they thought the situation was over, but as soon as they seen that we were in a relationship, the baby mom started acting crazy.
I've been there before.
And so it's like, just don't bring none of your drama over here, because
So-
I promise you, I ain't gonna have no drama.
So what if he has 3? Are you looking at someone who has 3 with 3 different females versus just one female differently?
Am I looking at
Are you
them
gonna look
differently?
at? Are
I'm
you
gonna
gonna
ask
try?
questions.
Yeah, try and
Yeah,
understand.
because like the age group, like the age of the kids, you know, because I did know a person who his kids was the same age, and I said,
Yeah,
why?
some people make.
But you was cheating on the one baby mother with the other joint, and you got drunk, and boop, here came the baby. So that's why you
So what if that
got kids the same age.
So what if that was what if he's like? What if he, like, his kids now probably like 12, 3 months apart, but now you gonna still hold that decision on him because he got kids 3 months apart? Like, damn, you was cheating on her, but he was 21 at the time.
But that's
I'm gonna tell you why I don't judge, because like my family, first of all, the shit that happened in my family is just beyond me. We have a lot of different scenarios in my family that a lot of families ain't had to deal with. So my uncle, I had 2 cousins who literally are 4 months apart. Yeah, one, that's a whole nother story, but they're 4 months apart, and then he also has 2 other kids. So it's basically like he has 2 the same age, waited a long time, had another one, and then waited a couple more years and had another one. And he's been married a couple times. But the family dynamic is so weird, because now your older kids have kids the same age as the youngest kids.
oh well, my uncle, my youngest uncle grew up with my cousins.
And
That's older than me.
So my family, they started, this is not just the first generation. My grandfather did the same thing. Like, I have an aunt who's the same age as my little brother. So at some point, you have to look at like, okay, y'all repeating history. Is this like, who's going to break the cycle? You also want to, really find out if this person was just, you was out here just doing anything in the streets to get all these kids, or were you on a specific journey and it just did not work out that way? Because people do have different stories behind, their journey in dating or marriage, period.
Yeah, I'm still gonna ask though. Like he said, he was cheating, so that's how the baby got here.
Like, if you had a kid when you was in high school, and then you didn't have another 2 kids until like you might have one mid-20s and just had one like 4 or 5 years ago, I'm gonna ask some questions. Like, okay, so what happened in the relationship? The co-parenting situation.
The co-parenting is definitely
That's the biggest thing.
the biggest one, because I was like really damn near in a relationship with the person, and the baby mother found out, and she, I want my family back and all this other shit, and his ass went back, and then she ended up cheating on him with a female.
We got to stop doing that. I've seen that too many times where well, I'm speaking for me because, just from the guy's perspective, where I be seeing dudes where they will get into another situation, then the baby mother come back, and then they messing that whole situation up just to run back to her, just the whole time for the same shit that
Right,
just
for the
happened
baby
all
mother
over
to
and
do
over again.
for y'all to go through the same shit that y'all been going through.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a lot of like, I understand why a lot of baby mamas get called unstable creatures. I can't say that it's all their fault because we don't know the whole past. But the things that I've seen happen to like some of my friends, I'm like, yo, you can't make this shit up. Like, what is wrong with it? Like, a lot of y'all need counseling. Because a lot of this shit don't be making sense that y'all be doing. and then y'all always want to blame and point the finger at what the other person did.
Yeah, men and women be doing that. All men need to do this. All women need to do that.
I just
Yeah.
think people don't hold themselves accountable.
Right.
When you're talking about their past relationships, like
Mhm.
people don't want to hold themselves accountable for stuff. Like I tell people all the time, like I told y'all about the last person I dated with, that the way that shit ended was fucked up, and that was on me. So you know what I'm saying? But that's me holding myself accountable for the shit that I said and did, because I really
Yeah.
should have handled that a lot differently. But shit, I was fucking triggered.
Yeah, if you're so worried about everything that they did and not really thinking about what you did, you ain't getting nowhere. You ain't. First thing that you gotta do when you're trying to heal is hold yourself accountable. What was I fucking about? What can I do better?
Mm-hmm.
How can I sit there and better myself? So when I get to this next situation, you know, I'm coming in as a better person.
But people don't. And then they still hold on to what the last person did.
I asked some questions too, because you can learn a lot from a person when you ask them, what do you think you could have did differently in your last relationship? And a motherfucker get to saying, oh, well, that person did that. I didn't do nothing wrong.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's something. I ain't saying that you did something wrong per se, but what could you have did differently?
Right.
A motherfucker get to point that finger though. Nah.
That's what I was about to say. Just because they did wrong, and even if their wrong was way worse than supposedly your wrong, you know, they cheated, but okay, your ass was, you know, disrespectful. You ain't know how to talk. You know, that's probably why they ass went out and cheated on you, because now they cheating on with somebody that they can talk to. You know, just, you know, at the end of the day, they was wrong for cheating, but you was wrong too. Both people can be wrong.
Yeah, I think sometimes people take on that attitude of, I don't care what happened before me, but listening to somebody talk about what happened before they met you will give you a lot of them red flags. A lot of them red flags will raise your antennas to, you know, look at them under a bigger microscope. This is last scenario I wanted to talk about because I saw it posted a couple times. So I don't know if y'all watched The Real, and Tammy Roman was on there. And you know, Tammy Roman's
I know exactly what you're talking
boyfriend,
about.
husband.
I know you fucking lying.
I think they married, right? They got married secretly or something. But her husband is like 20 years younger than her or something.
Something like that.
And she said, because she didn't want to go through the process of trying to have another kid. I think she had already had like 3 miscarriages with him or something like that. She didn't want to go through that process no more. And he still wants a kid. She said that they could break up for 1 or 2 years. He could have a kid with somebody else, and then once the kid gets here, she would get back with him and help raise the kid.
Let me just go ahead and just answer this, because I saw this clip of Tammy. It's gonna be no, because here's what you're not thinking about, because this is very selfish.
Emotional connection.
This is very selfish, because you're not thinking about this child that is going to be thrown into this dynamic. Number one. Number two, first of all, as a man, if he loves you the way he loves you, it's going to be hard for him to just be going out here and trying to find someone to have a baby with. Because in that case, just get a surrogate, and y'all put this baby in this woman and do it like that.
That made more sense to me. I'm like,
why would you give him a pass to go sleep with someone? Because what if he falls in love with this other woman? What if he decides he wants to be with this other woman and raise this family with her? Now not only you out here looking stupid, but you by yourself. Now you heartbroken and in your feelings because you feel like that you're doing him a favor. But it's just like, this man wants a baby. There are plenty of other ways for y'all to have a baby and not give him the pass to have a relationship with a whole nother woman. Like that doesn't make sense. So no. Hell no.
Yeah, it don't sound like it would work. I mean, so you asked him what we think about the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it don't really seem like that would work. It sounds cool, But I don't really feel like it's just gonna go that smoothly. Oh yeah, you know, you could just break up and then have a baby and then we'll get back together. I mean,
Because what does he say? Like him meeting other women. Like, how do you approach that? Like, what do you say?
most likely he probably ain't gonna be honest. So you're gonna maybe could go into the situation acting like it's something when it's really not that. And then who knows? Who knows how it goes after that?
Right, because I'm like, now you're bringing this kid comes with a mother, so now you're bringing another woman into the dynamics as well. Mm-hmm. So I really
that's
would,
risky territory. Is all
yeah,
I can say.
because it's basically you're inviting another woman to your bedroom. So it's like I'm really trying to understand the logic. I mean, that
really, because they, I guess, supposedly broken up, so they ain't gonna be together.
But she still. But at the end of the day, if you're talking about getting back together after this child is here, like, you're still in this. The child the mama got to come with the child.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, well, shit, Tammy, bring me some coins. Like, you want a baby? Shit,
At this point,
okay.
That I just feel like that is risky territory to be playing with if you really
Definitely
love that person, because there's so much that connects to people when they have a child, emotionally and physically. Then that communication that they're going to have, and then again, like you said, putting a child into that atmosphere, all knowing that it's not going to be smooth, and then you only want to come back into the picture after the child gets here. No.
And I feel like it's a surface.
It's not a movie. This is not this is real life, Tammy. This is not
right.
No movie
And
shit. This ain't Hallmark.
Right.
It's a surface thought. Like, you really have not really sat and thought about what the hell you said, because that makes no sense whatsoever. Like, this child isn't just, it's hit. Like, this child gotta grow up.
Mm-hmm.
What are you gonna tell this child?
And I understand her might not wanting to put herself and her body through that again, because she really did, like, when I think it was while she was on Basketball Wives, she talked about, like, I think they had went through that cycle like 3 times that she had lost a kid, and it is sad, and it does take an emotional toll on you. But after we done seen so many celebrities talk about how they got surrogates, why not make that an option, or even a dog? I don't know, but
I understand him wanting to have his own seed, so I definitely understand his
that's
aspect.
something you gotta think about. This is why I be trying to tell people, when y'all be wanting to date older.
Sound like she don't want no more kids personally, because I mean, like, if you add in another woman, like you said, a surrogate, I mean, I guess it's one thing, but another woman is actually so that means she's gonna be being brought into this situation, and she's gonna probably want to be around her kid too. She ain't just gonna give her kid off. So I mean, I don't know.
I mean, there's some deadbeat moms out here, but who the hell want to be?
But it's just
I don't know.
Because I feel
the
like
craziest shit I had ever heard.
like with him and just watching him on the show, he doesn't strike me as the type of man that's just gonna be like, all right, let me go out and shoot up somebody's club and have a baby. Like, his personality doesn't even come off like that. He really loves Tammy, so it's just like, I just don't see how he is comfortable with that.
And I really don't think that he is. Like, I haven't heard or seen any responses, like, from his point of view. But when, like you said, when you watch their dynamic and how much he really does love her, I think he also knew that it was a point that he had to consider, am I really going to have a kid?
Yeah, especially when you date somebody older than you. And especially when her daughter grown. She got grown kids.
Yeah, 2 of them. Well, so we're gonna usually with every guest we play a game, and Miss Fearless Swagger is going to have all the questions for the game. So what game we starting off with first?
Okay. What kind of game y'all got?
We're gonna do the name the 3.
Name 3. So it's really supposed to be, these are cards from 5 second rule. We don't follow the 5 seconds here, clearly, because we all answer the questions with you. But it's gonna, each card is gonna say name 3 of something. So these, I don't know, you starting risky? How you
Yeah, let's go risky.
Yeah, so some of them are a little bit riskier than others, okay?
Okay.
Okay, risky what? What's that?
Questions, yeah.
A little spicy.
Name 3 songs about sex.
No,
Yeah, you gotta go first. You gotta go.
all right.
Look off the top.
Let me see. All right, wet the bed. Fuck up the sheets.
Huh?
What song?
That, I mean, I don't know if that's the name of the song, but it's Trey song. So. Y'all know what
You gonna have to search that song. I need. I don't know that song. So you gotta come up with another one. You got 2 more.
All right, let me see.
Dang, I got 3 already.
Shit, we could just okay. Name an artist other than Trey song, cause I don't know what song that was.
You got Color Me Bad, Sex You Up, Silk, Meeting in My Bedroom. Come here, bring that dick here.
Who the fuck song is that though? I know that shit is on fucking TikTok.
No, that's a real song, and the song is trash, y'all. I just want y'all to know. After she says, come here, bring that dick here, and she gets into the verses, it's real ghetto. Like, throw the whole song in the trash.
And
Trey
yeah,
Songz's Neighbors Know My Name.
what you got? Seems like you ready.
Okay. Robert.
Versus Distinct.
It's funny that I had to bring one song by the GOAT, but
Yeah, goat poop. But anywho.
I guess that was
Tyrese on Top of Me.
I'm gonna play that song for y'all so y'all can know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, because I don't know the hell you're talking about. Oh shit, what's that one song with Gucci Mane and Lotto? It's a nasty ass song. It's something about a hotel room or some shit like that. Big Lotto.
Oh, it's on me?
Yeah, because I done named
shit.
like 8 songs.
Oh, I thought you was reading off the thing. You didn't took all of my songs. Let me think about what songs I used to play.
Anything Chris Brown at this point.
Hello. Oh, no, Chris Brown. Under the Influence.
That's a sex song?
Yeah.
I might listen to that. I don't get...
Under the Influence.
Oh, yeah. If my language speaks to me.
Yeah, I know the
Baby,
shit out that
ooh,
song.
right, ooh,
What the fuck was I listening to the other day?
Yeah, that was.
You thinking hard as shit.
I am. And I don't even know why I'm thinking of.
I wanna sit on it.
Hey, what's that song by Janae Aiko when she was talking about Big Sean?
Pussy furry?
No, she was talking about Big Sean, man.
Yeah, well shit, that nigga's dick is amazing.
Yeah, so that's 2. Another one. Without looking at my phone, y'all. So I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't even really listen to R&B music.
She a little thug in these streets.
Yeah, I mean I will listen
Pumping
to
trap
it
music and shit.
when it's time for it, but I can't listen to slow jams in the car, y'all. What's that song? It was by Jackie O. That song old as shit too.
I was about to say shit. I remember Jackie O, but I can't remember none of her songs.
I can't remember the name of it.
Kaya.
Look, she's bad. All of that. We just gonna go to the next question.
Okay, next question.
Yeah, I thought I got to think of too long.
Let me not be saucy. Let's go saucy. And let's go in here. That's saucy. Let's go here.
All eyes on you, you performing for the public.
Name 3 things you bang.
People. Sorry, I should have said that. Sorry, guys.
Bang a nail.
What's wrong? What? Hammer? Tape?
Crazy baby mama's bang out windows.
Oh, nah.
Bottles. Models.
Yeah, all right, I think that was good.
Pies. Cakes.
Spicy one.
Name 3 ways to have an orgasm.
I guess it's different for everybody.
Yeah, there's a proper answer. You gotta get creative.
Being too high.
Say being too high.
Being too high.
What you call it?
The right width of air.
At different altitudes.
If I say if you hitting the spot right, head, y'all toys.
Does anybody in the comments over there have a rose?
Most,
Yeah, I don't have a
most
rose.
women. I see most women loving the rose now. I did a post. I did a post. I did a post with this one female. She had a rose. Dude, I guess dude had been calling her on the way home. By the time he got in the house, the rose still on the side. What do you call it? The nightstand is still going on full blast, just going around the table.
And she sleep. Alright, so he was supposed to come wake her up. What did
I don't
he?
have one of them either. I don't see myself having one too.
Yeah, I'd rather have the real thing. But that's just me.
Sugar.
Name 3 ways. For those of us that have piercings in other places, that.
No.
Width of air. That's another way.
Somebody said they got a rose.
Okay, sis. Carry on then, girl. I don't know. I don't know. I guess if you humping
Something about being high and then in random places.
You said
Being high, like, I don't know. It's something about edibles or when I used to, like, for everybody know, I done already talked about this. I used to pop pills or whatever. So, certain times, especially if you done had a couple pills in your system and you've been drinking, people can't even like touch you. Like you can't even like don't rub my arm, don't touch my shoulder.
you say just automatic.
I don't know what's in them drugs, but
I don't know. I feel like if the like your partner, like if the connection is there and like y'all say y'all done had sex, but then they touch you a certain way, maybe it's just me.
You ever had somebody look at you so intensely?
Or like y'all just touching each other.
Oh, right.
Y'all better get y'all some real intense partners, 'cause that shit hit different.
Like too sensitive to your counts. I was reading the comments.
After a fresh wax, when the air hit that, woo! Wait a minute. All right, move right along.
I think Phyllis in here just had flashbacks, y'all. Had a moment. Look, in Bishop voice, did you wash your coochie today?
Okay, wax some coochie hairs. Hey, shout out to Bishop,
Yeah.
Bishop keeps me entertained.
She said, "Yeah, I take a perk from a leg injury, and the pills have you sensitive."
God, different.
I was about to say. I don't know. I mean, me for real. Them days where you really be all high and drunk, those be the days I feel like you be Well, maybe
I
that's
ain't
what they
never
different.
person years.
Oh, I ain't never took one of those. I mean, the only drugs I've ever used is marijuana, so I wouldn't know about anything.
All I'm saying is, whoever created ecstasy, I don't know what the fuck they was on to achieve that high, making that drug, but
Maybe it's different for women. I mean, I feel like them drug and high days, those were the days where it be taking forever.
Listen,
To that point.
no, and that's okay though, because when y'all lit together, listen,
gonna be all night.
I like them nights like that. Hey, bust it down.
Next
I need to go to bed. Alright, so name 3 lies you tell a one night stand.
I'll be right back.
I'ma call you. You don't call me.
Hey, you remember in Think Like a Man, when Chris Brown was talking to Megan Good? All right, I'm gonna call you. Kept calling her ass the wrong name.
I'ma call you back. Oh, I'ma call you.
No, I'm gonna see you later.
It was good.
Hold on, is that why it was a one night stand? Because it wasn't good?
Yeah. Sometimes.
No,
sometimes
people is
you just you came what you came for. Like that's all I wanted.
Yeah, and if it was good, why would you want to go back?
Because sometimes you don't want that. Thank you.
Sometimes you just have a moment where you need to just release something.
Yeah, like you just
Some
want your
energy.
nut. Like, okay.
And the person that might have answered at that time, you know damn well you do not want to go too far with this person. So you can have it this one time and then that's it.
Don't call me, I'll call you.
Alright. That's one thing about me. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm trying to think. I don't really think I'm lying to a one night stand.
Well, shit, if you gotta go, I gotta go.
Yeah. Yeah, I was about to say.
And I gotta go pick up so and so on my bed.
Be lying like shit.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
coming back.
yeah, closest thing I would have probably said is had my man call me. I call him and he can, put him on speaker and say, hey, bro, we gotta get to the tire spot. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't had nobody call me. I'm
I
gonna look you right in your face
gotta go.
and say I gotta go.
Gotta go.
It's been real. You gotta go.
Don't call me though. Don't call me.
I don't think I ever told nobody don't call me. I never told nobody, and this was somebody that like they must have did something to me for me to say that.
Yeah, I don't think I ever told nobody that either.
But you can't end up blocked quickly.
Yeah, I will block your ass.
Block game strong.
She said it's a one night stand, whack sex, and you just don't want it anymore.
No. I
Sometimes
could be out of town.
sometimes it just be what it is. Like it's a one night
I mean,
stand.
you might be out of town, but now you
Ain't no sneaky links.
No, now you got them in store for if you go back to that state.
No, don't call me. Don't hit me with no. I'm in your city. I don't give a shit. Have fun.
I mean, it's been somebody who became a one night stand on accident, but
It's the accident for me.
man, y'all gotta blame iCloud. Fucking the number got lost. And I ain't no fucking Inspector Gadget. I ain't going diving for it. So
Yeah, it be like that. Oops, I accidentally deleted the unsaved numbers thread.
delete the thread. Phone got broke. It was under extenuating circumstances for that situation. Do we have any other questions from the other game? Serious questions.
Okay, and this ain't serious. This is an interesting question. What is a smell you can't stand? And what is the best smell in the world? What's a smell you can't stand?
I know what the best smell in the world is right now. Fucking Dior Sauvage. I don't know what the fuck they put in that shit. That shit is fucking magical. I said it'll have you looking at motherfuckers you shouldn't even be looking at.
Damn, I ain't never smelled that. I'm a Hugo Boss type of girl myself.
I mean, that smells good, but
Love me
it's
a
something
mayonnaise.
about Dior Sauvage that has me be like, I know what you got.
Okay. Fucking bloodhound. Do you smell that? What's the smell I can't stand?
The first thing that came up to my head I can't stand is that blue plane.
Oh yeah, blue planes fucking stink.
I work not too far from there, so every now and then I step outside.
Sometimes in the morning, blue planes. Woo!
I think Anacostia in the summertime is first.
The war. I agree. Yeah.
When it's hot.
Some of my students, but let me know.
Okay, so we always wrap up our show with words of wisdom. Along with your words of wisdom or word of the week, you can also tell people how to reach you. It's okay. You looked at me like, what?
Because I was like, what the hell?
So
Slow
I
down
will be
on that ball.
posting. It wasn't even a lot of looking in there today. Feeling real mellow, but for events this week, I will not be going through events because there's a lot of things happening next week. So I will just post the link to show all the events, and it will be on the podcast page. We want to thank Timo from Off the Top Media for coming through and hanging with us.
Thank you.
Definitely appreciate y'all having me on.
Yes, sir. Tell the people how they can reach you.
Yeah, y'all already know. Y'all can follow me at @offtetop_media. I'm gonna keep giving y'all updates. For our show that we got every Saturday. We on It's All Luv Podcast every Saturday at 9 p.m. I'm gonna always be posting throughout the week different topics, different videos, reaction videos, things that I just come up with off the top. And yeah, I would definitely appreciate you having me on, ladies.
Of course. And so, what would be your wisdom or word of the week?
You said what my word would be. My word would be respect. Something that I've been thinking about. Basically this whole weekend. From different different conversations I've had with different people, and I have a hoodie that has respect. Basically with the word love scratched out, because at the end of the day, before to be with somebody, even you can love them all day, but that don't mean you respect them. At the end of the day, you have to be able to respect who you dealing with, and you get disrespect of people in general. So respect will get you a long way.
Absolutely. Fearless, we coming to you with it.
Yes. Just a thought. Just check on y'all friends, y'all. Like for real. Y'all know the holidays is coming up. But we just went through Thanksgiving, but y'all know Christmas, New Year's is on the way. Definitely check on your friends, because this is a time where a lot of people struggle mentally and emotionally, because maybe the lack of family, and then I don't know what it is about some people who are single and miserable over the holidays, but be happy you don't got to buy nobody no damn Christmas gift.
I am one of them people.
Okay. But no, seriously, really do check on your friends that are going through that during the holidays, because y'all know we lost a lot of people during COVID. The news was just recently talking about the spike in mental health issues with children, because a lot of children lost parents, grandparents, aunties, uncles, cousins because of COVID, and they are experiencing their first holiday without that person or whatever the case may be. So definitely really check on your friends, and check on them strong ones, and check on the ones that say that they're okay or they're fine. And because some of them, they really aren't, but they're just saying that they are. So definitely, I would say take some time this week to just check in on your friends. Check on your friends.
Definitely.
That's all I got for y'all.
Yeah. So I'm sorry. She said that whole statement. It was just for me because I'm not a holiday person at all. I'm definitely one of them people where I'm probably gonna be drunk this whole season. I don't know, because I feel like maybe if I had a kid it would be different for holiday season. But right now, ain't no kids in my house. Don't come to my house expecting to see no damn decorations. The gifts I buy can't fit under the tree. So we don't do that over there. Yeah, we don't do that over there. But my wisdom of the week would be form a great relationship with yourself. And set that standard and boundary that the relationship you set with yourself will help you set better relationships with others. We will be back next week. We will have a special guest, Mr. Maurice Harrison, also known as Reese the Realist. He is a councilman for in Glenarden. He will be joining us next Sunday. As you know, you can catch us Sundays, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., Next Level Radio, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, anywhere. You can even catch your podcast. So we have, where we at? Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, and like 3 other places.
We global, baby.
So yeah, we'll have the link. I'll have the video posted for today's show. Will be up in, give me 2 days. It'll be up by Tuesday. Tuesday by 7 p.m. it'll be up. But thank y'all for joining us. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.